Hey guys, Jared back once again, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Otterbox Defender case for your Samsung Galaxy S3. Now I did order, or at least ask for, some other colors. They do come in like purple and like, you know, toxic green, some really cool colors. So I do like that Otterbox has finally started to kind of get away from the industrial colors, start to get into something a little more unique, which is really nice. I'll be posting a link in the description below to go to the product page, which has the prices and all that good stuff for you. The Defender case is actually sort of the step up from your Commuter case. The Commuter case is kind of more for folks that are still in situations where they don't want to have their phone beat up in with you know, any chances whatsoever. But then up from there, you've got the Defender series, and this is really more for you know, folks that are kind of in the construction industry or just any industry in general that you know, anything you have on your person takes a lot of abuse. This is the sucker for you. Now I did put it back in the case because I have been using it for the past couple of days, but for the purpose of this video, just so you guys can see what it comes with and what you get, I put it back in the case there, in the box for you. So moving around to the back, it just kind of gives you some additional information. It's a rugged protective case for demanding conditions, heavy use and random accidents, and it protects against drops, dust, and scratches, and it includes a belt clip, screen protector, and 3-layer protection. So let's go ahead and rip into this sucker here. Put the box off to the side, and we've got this and a little instruction pamphlet. So, open this up. Now, if you've never used an Otterbox before, especially a Defender series case, it can be a little bit confusing, so I do recommend you guys have a quick little look at the instructions on how to install it. But putting that off to the side as well, let's take a look at the actual case here. And as you can see, it is in the gray coloring, and we do have our belt clip here. I'm not a huge fan of belt clips, but again, for the purpose, the point of this particular case, that's a nice feature, obviously, for folks that are in those sort of tough condition type fields there. And as you can see, it does slip in that way. You can, in fact, slip it the other way, but it doesn't line up perfectly. As you can see, there's some gaps around the edges there, whereas if we were to have it, oh man, plugged in the other way, there's no gaps whatsoever. So this is really the way that you're supposed to hold it. I wouldn't trust it so much the other way. Now, the clip also does rotate 360 degrees, as you would expect, so we'll get that out of the way as well. And here's the case itself. It does have a, it's kind of like a TPU material. Now, I have a lot of difficulty with taking it off, and I'm going to explain that in just a moment here. So if it's actually off camera, just so that I can actually start opening, getting it open, so that I can actually put the device in there and show you guys what it's like. All right, so we've got that. You just go ahead and peel the edges off here, just like so. As you can see, it's a really thick material. The buttons are raised so that it's easier to touch, I guess, the buttons on your phone. And here is the polycarbonate case. As you can see, it's a really, I mean, it's a durable material, and it's obviously built to withstand quite a bit. And this is the screen protector part here. Got a bunch of clips here. Just go ahead and peel those off, and away you go. On the inside, we've got a bit of a soft foam material. I guess is good for the back of your device there. So we'll go ahead and just drop that in like so. And you just toss this over top of it. Whoops. Not very good at installing this, am I? Maybe I should have read the instructions. Just kidding. All right, get that in there. Get in there. Click, click, click. All right, and then as you can see, there's a bunch of different slots all over it, and that kind of helps you line it up. Me personally, I like to line up the microphone port and the pinhole to make sure it's all, you know, ready to go, because you don't want to be trying to talk on the phone and have it all muffled because the microphone pinhole isn't lined up properly. So we're just kind of molding this around the edges here until it gets a nice tight fit. As you can see, there we go. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the case. The case itself, like I said, I've been using for a couple of days now. For what it is and for what it's supposed to be used for, it is an absolutely fantastic solution for you guys. As you can see, it does add quite a bit of bulk to your device, and the lip of the screen is quite recessed. So, I mean, even more so than just your standard cases, this one really, I mean, you could probably have a rock underneath it, put it face down, and it's still not touching. I mean, that's an exaggeration, obviously. And the way they've constructed it is really great. I think that these little edges here, I'm not really sure if they're just for design, but I would like to think that if you dropped it this way, which is the most common way that the phones are dropped, it actually adds some extra protection to prevent the rest of your device from getting spidered on the display there. The ports are cut out, so you've got your speaker and all of your proximity and sensor and camera ports all cut out there, as well as a cutouts for the home button. I would have liked to see something going over the home button just so it's a little bit easier to press, because there is sort of that extra screen protector on top of it. It does sort of recess the button a little more. Also, one thing I'll notice, or one thing I'll mention, is that when you go to hit the home screen button, because it's kind of pushing your thumb up a little bit more, I actually find that I'm hitting whatever icons I have in the dock at that particular location quite often. So that was a bit annoying as well. You know, I do like that cases have, or when they have those buttons covering the buttons, because it kind of makes it easier. But I did notice that it was quite stiff to press. It's very difficult and quite hard. You do have to use a fair amount of pressure. Also, moving around to the top, as you can see, all the ports are there perfectly. Okay. However, my one problem with any of the ports, if I was to have a problem, which I do, is the headphones port. Now, you're probably thinking, why? Well, the reason is because look at the width of my thumb. Now, your thumbs may be a lot thinner or wider, and if they're wider, then you're really going to be able to sympathize with me. It's really difficult to peel this open when it's fully closed. It's almost impossible. In fact, 9 times out of 10, I actually have to take my little pocket knife out of my pocket to open that up if I need to use it for whatever reason, which I found extremely frustrating. Bottom one, not so much, just because it is wider. You can definitely get your thumb in there and pry it open. What else? Oh, I really do like that the camera, the flash, and the mic and the speaker are really recessed deep inside the case itself. That adds for just that extra sort of second layer of protection, if you will, to prevent it from getting really mucked up. However, I kind of would have liked to see something covering the camera just to prevent it from getting scratched up, because if you're in an environment where you need this type of case, you know, that's exposed. That's glass that's exposed that can get scratched with that dust and all that stuff. So it kind of defeats the purpose of this case. But I digress. It's still a fantastic case. I'll be posting a link in the description below for you guys to go to the product purchase page. It's got prices and all the different colors that they also have as well. The case is really cool. It also does add a bit of weight to the device as well. Obviously, I don't really know how much. I didn't weigh it, but nevertheless, it's a great case for what it is. Definitely the end all of beefy tank type cases for your Galaxy S3 and other devices. That's it for now, though, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. Stay tuned for more accessory reviews and other product reviews and app reviews and things like that. I've got a table full of stuff to show you guys, and a whiteboard full of applications I want to review for you guys. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, shoot me some love by hitting that likes button down below, and maybe consider subscribing for more videos like this in the future. We do have videos 5 days a week, and that's it for now, guys. We'll see you later. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.